In our last video, something came up that kind of sparked something in my brain, and Dennis had said um, that sometimes we have an opportunity to sit down with our wife and ask her if anything's wrong. You know, to give her an opportunity to share with us. Now, what sparked my brain is a couple of things. One is you may find yourself right now in a season of the relationship where she's not open to talking to you at all. She may be stonewalling. She may be withdrawn. She may not be. She may not feel safe to be able to share something with you without you getting upset, and that's keeping her from sharing. So that's point number one. Number two is that if she does share, if she does open up, this isn't a point counterpoint conversation. This is an opportunity for you to listen.
So, yeah, we don't want a 3-hour conversation that makes her regret saying a word. Yeah, you were guilty of that.
I was so guilty of that. I mean, I literally, I can't remember the whole conversation, but we had a 5-hour conversation.
Yeah. But what you can do is listen and validate. You can make her feel seen and heard, which is something we consistently hear. That when it all blows up, a lot of times they just feel like you don't listen. Because as nice guys and as men, even when we've done this work, we want to fix. That makes you normal.
Right.
But sometimes listening is literally the most valuable thing you can do. And instead of suggesting how to fix it, you might go, wow, that really sucks. Or that sounds just horrible.
And we're not talking about technique. We're not talking about manipulation.
We're talking about coming from the heart.
We're talking about being able to understand what it feels like to feel pain, to feel frustration, to feel hurt, and being able to recognize that somebody else is sharing that feeling, their feelings with you, and you're able to relate.
And you're listening to understand, not respond. So you truly are trying to get where they're coming from, what they're feeling, without, oh, I'm going to say this, or, oh, I don't agree with that, and so as soon as there's a chance, I can respond. That's what we do, a lot of us, or have done. And here, you're basically just feeling it while you listen.
Mm. So we've just shared some great insights with you, okay? But that's not even what sparked the thought in my brain from the last video. What sparked the thought in my brain from the last video was two things. One is a lot of times when we're asking for her to tell us something, to open up, to share, we're actually asking from an insecure, needy place.
Am I okay?
We're not really asking her if she's okay. We're asking her if we're okay. Is there anything I don't know? Is there anything that's going to come out of the shadows and eat me? Is there anything that
Can I fix something? Do I need to fix something?
And that's a totally different energy than, hey, I want to give you a safe space to be able to open up and share whatever it is that's bothering you, right? I want you to be able to tell me something without judgment. A lot of times a woman doesn't even have her own mother, the person that she came out of, she can't even go to and share things without some sort of judgment or criticism.
Or shaming.
Or shaming. And so we, as her partner, as her lover, as her husband, as her friend, we're that safe place, that safe harbor, right? We're that person that if anybody in the world, right, that we've asked her to spend our entire lives together, she should be able to come to us and share something with us without us telling her that she should have done it differently, she could have done it better, that what she should do next time is, that she did it wrong. All of those types of things.
Why didn't you do this? You think, oh, I'm asking a question. You have just told her you did it wrong. She hears, I screwed up. I didn't do it right. And now she's shutting down.
Right.
And now I want to talk about the byproduct of doing it right and truly listening and being that safe place and not judging, telling her what to do. The connection deepens. The trust deepens. The love deepens.
The flower starts to open back up.
Fully. They sell roses that aren't open, but there's different types of roses, and a lot of them, when they're opened up fully, are beautiful. But you have to create an environment that allows it to bloom.
That's right.
And when you are not listening from the heart, truly to listen and to feel where she's coming from and be a loving support for her, she's never going to bloom.
This is the part where we say that the man is responsible for leading the relationship, for leading himself and her to a new version of the relationship. Because what I didn't realize in my relationship is I did not realize that the closure, the withdrawing, the stonewalling, the shutting down, I had co-created. I had influenced that. All of the things that the way I had been reactive, the way that I had told her that she could have done things better or differently, the fixing, all of the things that I was doing was making her withdraw, was making her not want to share things with me. And then I felt that as a rejection of me, as a pulling away, as a lack of love, a lack of desire.
Were you trying? What outcome were you looking for?
Right.
The opposite of what you got.
Right.
Because, again, as we asked a man this weekend, who taught you how to be a great husband and connect like this and be a great father? Nobody.
Yeah.
And that is 99% of the time the answer. Nobody.
So there's one more nugget from this video, right? Again, we gave you a bunch of the good things, and then I said there was something that sparked from the previous video, which is, if you haven't watched that, go watch that previous video.
Put the link below on that.
But here's the thing, is that when you sit her down and you say, hey, is there anything that you want to talk about? When we come from this place of neediness, when we come from a place of insecurity, when we come from a place of needing her to be different for us to be okay, it's a very unaccepting, disapproving, disappointed energy. It's one that says, I'm not okay, and I need you to be different so that I'll feel okay. And that's not the place that we're talking about. What we're talking about is a place of openness, a place of safety, a place of listening, a place of acceptance, a place of love.
And if she changes to be different, so you'll be okay, guess what you won't be? You won't be okay with the new version. You'll find something else to be like, I don't know about this.
Right, right. So here's what we want you to do. There's a link in the description below. We want to continue this conversation. I want you to reach out and let's talk about your relationship, the conversations that you've been having with your wife, and let's surface some better understanding of what's going on and how to approach these things so that you can experience a different version of your marriage and a different version of your life and a much more comfortable in your own skin version of you.
All right. Love you guys. Listen, this is like any skill. You've got to learn it. But this is, like many skills, something that will pay dividends for the rest of your life. So love yourself enough to reach out. Look forward to talking with you.